The story begins inside a heavily guarded facility, where a group of young boys are stripped of their identities and turned into weapons. Their heads are shaved, and barcodes are tattooed on the backs of their skulls. From that moment on, they are no longer human, they are assets. They are trained relentlessly in weapons, demolitions, unarmed combat, stamina, and strength, ultimately becoming elite, professionally trained hitmen who operate across the globe. In present-day London, Interpol agent Mike Whittier returns home after work, only to notice something strange. The lights are out. Sensing danger, he cautiously moves through his house, stepping into another room where he is suddenly held at gunpoint by a deadly assassin, Agent 47. Despite having the perfect opportunity earlier that morning, Agent 47 makes it clear that he is not here to kill Mike. Yet, he only wants to talk. However, he warns Mike that if things go wrong, not only will he die, but his family will join him at the pearly gates. Realizing the seriousness of the situation, Mike calmly sits down. Agent 47 begins questioning Mike, asking whether he considers himself a good man, despite having taken lives. He poses a deeper question: when does a good man decide to kill? As tension fills the room, 47 opens up about his own life. Raised and trained by a secret organization known only as the Organization. The story shifts to 3 months earlier in Niger. Agent 47 had been assigned to eliminate a ruthless African warlord. The warlord, in a brutal display of power, punishes a man accused of theft by strapping him into a harness and slicing off his arm. But then something strange is revealed. The man's throat has been stitched shut. In desperation, he reveals that an American forced him to swallow something. At that very moment, outside the compound, Agent 47 calmly activates a hidden bomb. Seconds later, a massive explosion tears through the area, killing everyone inside. After the attack, Mike arrives in Niger to investigate and meets with the head of the military. The general refuses to believe Mike's claim that a single, highly skilled assassin carried out the attack. But Mike warns him that the man they're dealing with is extremely dangerous, responsible for over 100 deaths worldwide. To prove his point, he shows a global map filled with red markers, each representing one of 47's kills. Meanwhile, in Russia, Agent 47 sits alone in a bar, quietly drinking. A woman approaches him, attempting small talk about the ice in his drink, trying to introduce herself. But 47, uninterested and detached, politely excuses himself. Back in his hotel room, 47 prepares for anything, setting traps, checking his escape rope on the balcony, ensuring every detail is perfect. He logs into his employer's system, where a cold, robotic female voice congratulates him on his successful mission in Africa. However, his next assignment has suddenly changed. His new target, a Russian presidential candidate. The client has moved the hit forward and wants it done publicly. 47 is uneasy. The sudden change violates his strict protocols. Still, he ignores his instincts and accepts the mission. After researching his target, the day arrives. At a massive public campaign gathering, the candidate stands before the press. From a distance, Agent 47 takes aim, and with a single precise shot, blows his head clean off. Chaos erupts, but 47 calmly escapes the scene. Just as he prepares to leave the country, he receives an urgent message. Logging in, he learns there was a witness, a young woman named Nika, and he is ordered to eliminate her as well. The next day, Nika waits for a cab. From afar, 47 spots her and prepares to pull the trigger. But as their eyes meet, something feels off. She doesn't recognize him. Before he can act, another assassin suddenly opens fire on 47. Realizing he's now a target, 47 swiftly escapes. At the same time, Mike arrives in Russia with his partner Jenkins. They uncover shocking news. The candidate survived the assassination attempt, only slightly grazed by the bullet. This deeply unsettles Mike, as Agent 47 never misses. Soon after, Mike receives a call. 47 has been identified at a hotel by a concierge. This confuses Mike, since there are no official records or images of 47. Back at the hotel, 47 contacts his employers, informing them that the girl was not a witness. Then he sees a live news broadcast. The candidate is alive and publicly accusing the West of trying to assassinate him. Realizing something is terribly wrong, 47 demands answers. When none are given, he coldly warns them. If he's been set up, he will burn the entire organization to the ground. Mike and Jenkins arrive at the hotel, meeting a police captain preparing to storm the building. Mike strongly advises against it, but they are interrupted by FSB agent Yuri, who takes control of the operation. Despite Mike's warnings about 47's capabilities, Yuri insists on proceeding. Armed forces move in. At that moment, 47 receives a call from Diana, the same voice from the system. She reveals the truth. The client behind the assassination was the target himself. And now, 47's location has been compromised. As armed men approach his room, they unknowingly trigger the traps he set. A massive explosion erupts as they try to break in. 47 escapes using his rope, swinging into another room, where two kids are casually playing his video game. Without hesitation, he grabs weapons from an ice dispenser and continues his escape. He swiftly eliminates guards and dives into an elevator shaft. Meanwhile, Mike and Jenkins rush inside. Seeing the elevators moving, Mike attempts to intercept him. 47 lands on top of an elevator carrying 6 armed officers, and in seconds, kills them all. The elevator descends. Jenkins prepares for confrontation, but when the doors open, only dead bodies greet him. Tracking 47's movement, Mike rushes to the 3rd floor and finally corners him at gunpoint. But just as he's about to act, a maid accidentally steps between them, giving 47 the split-second opportunity he needs to escape again, diving into a pool below. After the chaos, Mike and Jenkins return to 47's destroyed room. 16 men are dead. Now fully aware of the threat, Mike demands control of the operation, and this time, the captain agrees. Elsewhere, Agent 47 calmly changes into a fresh suit, reviewing a photo of Nika. Meanwhile, Mike and Jenkins recover 47's case, filled with advanced weapons and gadgets, leaving Jenkins both impressed and uneasy about what they're truly dealing with. Jenkins believes he might be able to get the recovered equipment working, but before anything can be confirmed, Yuri arrives with his KGB team and demands to speak with Mike alone. Both Yuri and Mike initially assume that Agent 47 is working for the CIA, but Yuri insists that since the case is happening on his soil, he wants full control over the operation. Jenkins reluctantly steps aside, but not before pointing out something critical, that the assassination of Mikhail was clearly a cover-up because Agent 47 does not miss. Meanwhile, Agent 47 arrives at a hotel where Nika is staying, carrying a bouquet of roses. He rings her doorbell and tells her that Mike sent flowers. The moment she opens the door, however, 47 pulls a gun on her and calmly instructs her to grab a coat. The two leave the hotel, and he forces her into the trunk of his car, where she is horrified to discover a dead body already inside. 47 drives her to an abandoned building on the outskirts of the city and begins interrogating her. Nika insists that she has never seen him before the previous day on the street. She explains that she was there to meet her lover, Mikhail. 47, confused and frustrated, demands to know how Mikhail could still be alive. Nika claims she knows nothing about it. 47 pulls out his gun, something he says is very effective for memory problems. Terrified, Nika finally reveals that Mikhail uses body doubles. However, 47 refuses to believe it at first. Just as he is about to pull the trigger, he notices a tattoo on her face. This triggers a memory of his own past, how he received his barcode tattoo. Nika explains that the tattoo is the only place where Mikhail wouldn't abuse her. That detail makes 47 hesitate and ultimately decide not to kill her. Instead, he questions her about Mikhail's brother, Uter, and learns that he runs a trafficking and gun trade network. 47 tells Nika to come with him, but she is terrified. She believes that if Mikhail finds out, he will kill her. However, 47 has already figured something out. Mikhail wants both of them dead, since he himself was hired to eliminate her. With that realization, 47 decides to finish his mission, kill Mikhail, and uncover the truth behind the conspiracy. At the same time, Mike meets with the police captain, who explains that the entire city has been locked down, with trains being the only way out of Russia. But Mike immediately suspects that this is exactly what 47 is planning to use. Meanwhile, at a crowded train station, 47 and Nika move carefully through the area. Suddenly, 47 senses danger. He quietly instructs her to move away. Behind him sits another hitman, while at a distance, Mike and Jenkins observe the crowd. Jenkins doubts that 47 would risk coming here, but Mike knows better. He's certain this is exactly where 47 would be. 47 intentionally allows the other assassin to spot him, baiting him into following. Mike notices the older hitman and orders Jenkins to track him, but then he also spots Yuri and his agents searching for 47. 47 leads the older assassin down to an empty platform. In a sudden move, he leaps over a stairway, disappearing from sight. The hitman searches for him, gun drawn, scanning for his bald-headed target. But 47 strikes first, ambushing him and easily overpowering him. He mocks the man for getting old and demands to know why there is a hit on him. The agent refuses to talk, so 47 shoots him. Moments later, 47 senses another presence lurking nearby. He boards an empty train, only to find himself suddenly surrounded by 3 more agents like him. A tense standoff begins. 47 calmly suggests that they all die with dignity. They lower their guns and draw dual blades. What follows is a brutal and intense fight. The 3 agents attack together, but 47's skill is unmatched. He quickly and violently kills 3 of them, while the 4th is kicked out of the moving train. The fight continues between the last agent and 47. Their speed and skill are nearly equal as they slash at each other. Eventually, both are disarmed and forced into hand-to-hand combat. But 47 is faster. He overpowers the man and strangles him with his own belt. After the fight, 47 returns to the older agent, who is still barely alive. The man warns him that this is only the beginning. 47 then finds Nika hiding nearby. She had come back looking for him. Suddenly, Jenkins enters the area with his gun drawn. 47 immediately holds him at gunpoint. Moments later, Mike also arrives and pleads with 47 to take him instead of Jenkins. Without hesitation, 47 shoots Mike in the chest and knocks Jenkins unconscious. He prepares to finish Mike, but Nika begs him to stop. After a brief pause, 47 lowers his weapon and walks away, telling Mike to thank Nika for saving his life. Later, Mike and Jenkins receive medical treatment. Yuri approaches them, falsely claiming that the assassin has been killed and ordering Mike to leave the country. Mike refuses and walks away. Elsewhere, 47 warns Nika not to interfere in his work again. She sees his gun and becomes frightened, yet she struggles to even beg for her life. She reveals that she believes she is nothing more than Mikhail's property. He had once bought her for just $300 American. When she previously tried to escape, she was publicly whipped in front of his associates. 47 listens silently. He has no intention of killing her, but makes it clear she must stay out of his way. Meanwhile, Yuri returns to his office and makes a secure phone call to Mikhail himself. He orders him to find and eliminate both 47 and the girl. Unbeknownst to him, Mike and Jenkins are secretly listening in. However, their position is quickly compromised as FSB agents locate their car. Armed men surround them and claim they have orders to escort them to the airport. At the same time, 47 arranges for Nika to set up a meeting with one of his contacts, CIA officer Smith. From a nearby rooftop, 47 watches through a sniper rifle as the meeting takes place. Smith reveals the truth. 47 had actually killed the real Mikhail. The Russian elites then replaced him with a body double, and now 47 has been set up and thrown to the wolves. 47 makes a deal. He will eliminate Mikhail's brother, Uter, in exchange for a favor. Smith agrees and informs him that Uter has been planning something with a mysterious buyer named Price, someone he has never personally met. Following this lead, 47 and Nika travel to Istanbul. There, 47 takes her shopping and buys her a new dress, an unexpected moment of calm. Later, he visits a restaurant where Price frequently dines and discovers that he has a reservation for 8 people. That evening, 47 and Nika arrive at the restaurant. On his way to Price's table, 47 discreetly switches a glass, secretly drugging it before returning it. After some time, Price begins choking and struggling to breathe. His men quickly rush him to the restroom. 47 follows. Before entering, he allows himself to be searched, but cleverly hides a gun and syringe beforehand. Inside, he retrieves the hidden weapons, kills a guard, and injects Price. Then, he eliminates the remaining guards. With the job done, 47 and Nika quietly return to their hotel. Back at the hotel, Nika tries to offer herself to Agent 47 in desperation, believing it's the only way to survive. But instead, 47 calmly injects her with a sedative, knocking her unconscious. The next night, 47 arrives at a nightclub where Uter is partying. He enters posing as Price, carrying a suitcase full of cash. Uter welcomes him and invites him to sit, clearly interested in the deal. However, the situation quickly changes when one of Uter's men informs him that this man is not Price. Uter pretends nothing is wrong and casually begins showcasing his weapons to 47. In a disturbing display, he even points a gun at one of his own girls. But in that moment, 47 makes his move. He throws the briefcase, revealing it to be a flashbang. The explosion blinds everyone instantly. Without hesitation, 47 grabs 2 machine guns and begins tearing through the room, eliminating men one by one. The remaining guards return fire, and Uter himself picks up 2 machine guns, forcing 47 to take cover. Calm and focused, 47 regains control of the situation. He steps out and systematically kills most of the remaining men before throwing a grenade that severely injures Uter. Realizing he's losing, Uter understands that 47 is trying to reach his brother. Desperate to survive, he begs and offers to help in any way he can. 47 doesn't hesitate. He shoots him dead. With the job done, 47 and Nika board a train, leaving Russia. But during the journey, 47 tells her something unexpected. He has to go back. As long as Mikhail is alive, they will never stop being hunted. Leaving her behind, 47 promises to do what he does best. Meanwhile, Yuri is summoned to meet the fake Mikhail, the double. The imposter proudly states that their takeover has been successful, with only one loose end remaining, Agent 47. He insults Yuri, calling him incompetent for failing to capture him. At the same time, Mike receives news from Jenkins about Uter's death. However, their superior orders them to shut down the investigation, as the EU, under Russian pressure, has demanded it. But Mike refuses to ignore it. When he hears about Uter's upcoming funeral, he realizes exactly what 47 is planning. The imposter Mikhail is going to be the target. Later, Yuri is alone in his office when suddenly the lights go out. Sensing danger, he heads downstairs, gun in hand. A shadow moves in the darkness. Before he can react, he is ambushed and knocked unconscious. Yuri wakes up tied inside a bathtub filled with water, with a radio strapped to his hand. Agent 47's voice comes through. He gives Yuri a chilling choice. Order the sniper to shoot Mikhail at exactly 2:30, or a generator will activate and electrocute him in the water. Yuri tries to act clueless, claiming he knows nothing. 47, unfazed, leaves a rubber duck beside him and walks away. At Uter's funeral, the fake Mikhail arrives under heavy security to pay his respects. He steps up to deliver a speech behind bulletproof glass. Meanwhile, Yuri's timer is counting down. With only seconds left, he makes his decision. He orders the sniper to fire. Shots ring out. 3 bullets shatter the glass, but Mikhail is quickly pulled away by his guards. As they attempt to evacuate him, Agent 47, disguised in soldier gear, launches a brutal ambush, cutting down the guards in a hail of bullets. Chaos erupts. KGB agents deploy gas canisters, knocking out civilians and sealing off the church, convinced they have trapped 47. But Mike knows better. 47 drags Mikhail into another room, but they're not alone. Another assassin is waiting. Armed with a spear, the assassin attacks. A brutal fight begins. During the struggle, 47 rips off the man's ear as they exchange rapid, deadly blows. Despite the assassin's skill, 47 slowly gains the upper hand and ultimately kills him in a savage finish. Outside, Mikhail's allies discover that 47 is in the southwest tower and assume he plans to escape through the water. They mobilize immediately. KGB forces intercept the communication and call in gunships. Inside, 47 demands the truth. Who is the imposter really? The man offers a deal. Help 47 reclaim his life. 47 refuses. He shoots him dead. At that very moment, a gunship arrives and opens fire, shredding the entire room and the body of Mikhail into pieces. Miraculously, 47 survives. Moments later, Mike and his Interpol team storm in and finally capture him. 47 is placed into a transport jeep, but on the way, they are suddenly intercepted by black vehicles. CIA agents surround them. Agent Smith steps out, ordering everyone to stand down. He claims Mike and his team are suspects in terrorist activities. Mike protests, explaining they are transporting a captured assassin. Smith calmly asks, "What assassin?" They look back. Agent 47 is gone. Smith apologizes for the misunderstanding and leaves. The story then circles back to the beginning. 47 sits across from Mike, asking him again, "Are you a good man?" He reveals a shocking truth. The body of a dead agent lies nearby. This will be Mike's double. The man was killed using Mike's own gun, forcing him into silence and cooperation. 47 warns Mike to stay away. Days later, in Russia, Nika receives an unexpected gift, a deed to a vineyard. From a distance, atop a building, Agent 47 watches her. At his feet lies another dead agent. And with cold finality, 47 remarks, "You should have listened. If you love the story, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.